Check out the scribble stone there. Wonder what's behind it. Glitter grass. Smells like a nonno nest, doesn't it? There are places up ahead far worse than this. That's gone forevermore. The place they plant dead folks. Hope you don't wind up there soon. Swish crack! What a great sound! Click is thrilled with the back-in-time bone. Says there's enough to make a skeleton key for you too. Click felt there was no point telling you about a secret door if he couldn't provide you a key, but now he has one, he can. But he cautions you, you never know what hides behind the old doors. Best be careful, you're a key figure now. Says he's happy to unlock doors, but afraid to actually go through them. Click says he's locked on helping you. Thanks you for rising from your past to be a better person. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Click says he's locked on helping you. Says you'll see each other later. Don't trip over what you can't see. Wonder if Toxanol had a deeper purpose with any of the bang shelters. This one, for example, Shelter 5D. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. No windows to look out at the sky from down here. Why, there's a motor juice station. Imagine getting go juice whenever you want. Neutralized. Getting there. Scarfed. Full-on key puffs. Crack that skull. The Lotus tribe and you will work well together. Balance depends on opposites. It is the beginning of all things, an energy, a wholeness.
Baba Zulu.
Says you should take it easy. Seems like the cranks need to be unturned in the right order if you want to crack the strong box open. Good to be able to get stuff done while the world is awake. That was the first Aurora totem. 3 to go. You got the moves. Let's see. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility. He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
Momombusu?
Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots.
Momombusu?
He promises he'll be there for you. Just come talk to him beneath the tree if you're feeling lost.
Dikamaperna.
Out of Date says there's a time for everything. And now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone.
Ayabuaya.
Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things.
The water.
If you continue to do good, good will follow you.
Bubuko von Yunvun.
If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst, something he calls the Ark.
Satuatan Popkila.
He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey continues either way, but personally he wants the tree to survive.
Noekek Ujbar no barke.
Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to its knees.
Miami.
He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core.
Tuwavu.
The contamination disrupted what we now know as key energy, the life force that runs through all things, living and inanimate.
Loma Utulu. Ba Yungu.
He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head.
Tamuk Gabamuktab.
It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real.
Muk Bebuk.
He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground.
Luatolu Tum.
The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out.
Luatolu Tum.
The Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom to your compassion and choose whom to save if the world comes to end.
Bilia Antuf.
He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm.
Farfarifto. Tuka Kubu.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Kanuka Nuburak.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Goop in the southeast.
Yavovo Lolanofo.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Goop.
Tuloya. Utulula.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled.
Farfarifto. Tuka Kubu.
Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
Farfarifto. Tuka Kubu.
Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He wonders what's on your mind. Says you'll see each other later. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Let's see. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was. He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's one of a kind. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven that you'll find peace.
There's a bright day coming!
Hey, that's going to get you burned.
The only one getting burned around here is you.
That stings.
Oh, do you want some first aid for that?
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Subnautica Station as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit, so you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. It's not that it won't keep your head above the surface, but it needs improving to carry you across the thick goo out by the Porky Puff. A story has got to keep moving forward. Maybe it's later than you think. Hard to tell at night. For those skulls. Yuck! Biohazard. Sickening. The world is getting colorful again. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open surf. The long-lasting effect this had on the evolution of wildlife was, as we know now, the only reason we came to exist. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out. There's debris floating around on the surf that might be blocking your path or needs to be towed. That means you'll need a device so you can get it out of your way. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive Porky Puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks. He only knows what's visible to the naked eye. Gulp is not much of a babbler and mostly keeps to himself and his drink. Time for a wave ride, I think.